imagine if we as a community, like every one of us, like 100% of us, were like, we're in to go wherever God wants to go. I don't know if we can even fathom what God might do as a result.
Yeah.
We got it when it was a mess. I mean, it was 2x6 walls, no insulation, lights hanging from the ceiling, concrete floors, grease and oil all over the floor. And so it's literally something that we have grown into for the last 23 years. And I think that's been the heart of Cedar Hills. Is, I mean, we talk about like, we don't want to build expensive cathedrals. That's never been us. But we do believe facilities are tools, and that we want a place where we can gather together, adults, students, kids. We want a space where we can host different groups all throughout the week. And yesterday was a day I pulled in the parking lot, and there were 30, 40 cars on a Monday in the parking lot. Like, it's just crazy to see.
Cool.
We want that for our facility. And so we've kind of pieced it together over the years. And so that's why sometimes light switches are in weird spots. And
you don't like walking all the way down the hallway to turn the light on?
Oh, it's the worst, right? So then you're leaving the light on the whole time or tripping over things. And so it's just been one of those things that over the years we've improved it. And by God's grace, we have this incredible facility that has served us well. And we find ourselves positioned where it's paid for. And God continues to be gracious to us as a church. And we're growing, and new faces are coming all the time. And so we find ourselves poised on this, okay, how do we continue to use this building in such a way that we're really maximizing this resource that God's given us? We want to be good stewards of it. And we're using it to the absolute best of our ability. I learned a long time ago from just leadership people that I trust that until you really maximize something, you don't replace it. Like, really get the absolute most you can out of something. And we've done a lot of that with our building, but we've got a little bit further to go to really get the best out of it. And so that's really, I think, what this next season is going to be like for us. So let's go for it. Let's get this thing working as best as it can. Yeah, I think it was 2016, we did a remodel on what we now would call our new auditorium and lobby. It was actually a skate park in there for a while, and some storage buildings. But we were maxed in our current auditorium and just didn't have connection space. Our lobby was extremely small. And so we created some plans. And again, we were very thoughtful about maximizing stewardship. And so we invited the congregation to pray about it with us, to give towards it. And we did. And we were able to create the new space we have now, which is a great lobby that served us really, really well the last 7 or 8 years. An auditorium that's so much more functional than our old one. As much as we might feel like it has limitations, the reality is what a huge improvement that was for us. And then it allowed us to really redo our entire kids space and have a much more functional space. So we've actually been receiving the benefit of those investments the last number of years. And so again, the longer you live in something that's like your house, the more you realize there's problems with it. But it's good to be reminded where we came from, and like, it actually serves us really, really well. And so now it's time to say, okay, what are some of those tweaks we could make to really make the whole campus serve the church, not just today, but for the next decade or longer. As our kids grow, this is their building, this is their church family that they're a part of as well. And so we want it to outlast all of us as moms and dads and grandparents. And
I just feel like all the times that I look back when God asked me to hold nothing back, and I was able to finally listen and obey to that. It was such a huge blessing and a growing opportunity. And one of those was when we were invited into the process of adoption. And I pushed against that for a bit. And I mean, I can't even imagine my life without Madeline and just that whole journey of trusting God, and with that was financial, and giving up things that I thought were important. And then as of recently, we felt compelled to hold nothing back and homeschool, which that was really, really hard. And is really, really
unexpected
hard.
For sure.
Very unexpected.
Yeah.
And I'm just so blessed that first of all, like, God actually challenged me with that, because doing those hard things it just brings so much growth and trust in my relationship with Jesus. He's been so faithful in the past, and I know he'll be faithful in the future. So I'm excited about this whole journey because he might ask me to do another hard thing, and I'm ready. I can do it.
Absolutely. You're crushing it. I think about sports, and I'm not a great sport player, and I don't play a lot of sports, but I do enjoy being out there on a team. And when I think about sports, like I don't think anybody joins a team hoping to like ride the pine. Like nobody wants to, if I can just be second string, I'll be satisfied. I think we all want to be out there playing the game, and to me, that's where the excitement is. It's also where you get the risk of injury. It's great risk, great reward. Like you can be the hero or the zero right in that moment, but at least you're out there on the field giving your all. And to me, that's the heart of it as well. Is like I want to see us as a church, and Nicole and I are committed to this as well. Like we want to be on the field, like with our jersey on, like stinky, smelly, sweaty, muddy at the end of the game, like knowing we gave everything we had while we were there, instead of just kind of holding back, playing it safe, staying on the sidelines. And so that to us, I think, captures the heart of when I look back on like where has God stretched us the most in the past. It's when we've been in the trenches, in the midst of the game or the intensity. And those are hard moments. A lot of times they're not always easy, but we look back and we go, that's where I grew. That's where God did something in me that I'll never forget. And it feels like that's a season for us right now as a church at Cedar Hills.